Right, 6 months since I saw you last.
Is it 6 months? Yeah.
What's the problem?
Well, it's various things. I've been since August feeling really tired. I wake up exhausted and I keep getting, sweats and heart palpitations. But I think the most embarrassing thing has been I have had very loose bowel movement, not diarrhoea in the last 3 months, but it's comes out like a little worms, and I never feel I'm getting rid of it all. And sometimes, very embarrassingly, I've messed up my pants, from farting and burping.
Right. Your bowels have played up in the past, haven't they?
They've played up in the past, and this is slightly different in that before I used to get the runs and sweaty. Yes, my anus would get very sore. Every day I'd have to, well, I do have to clean it now, but it's not the soreness where I have to put Vaseline around the opening, before I go to bed. So, yes, there has been problems with my bowels.
Okay, hands, just pull that up. Okay, so if you pop up on there.
Yeah.
So pull it up.
Yes.
And undo your waist.
Yeah.
Or the looseness, really,
I did wander once, and I was with a friend. We were on a walk, and suddenly I had to. This was in the country, and luckily I had to take my trousers down, and I don't think it was blood, but it was a vermilion colour, the feces, and it was wet, and that's happened about 3 times, where on country walks, I suppose. In fact, it happened last Saturday, where I had to go and quickly hide in this woodland whilst luckily now what I do, I have toilet paper with me to...
Very sensible. Okay, your blood pressure is okay.
Oh, that's good.
I think we need to start off with making sure there aren't any abnormalities on a raft of blood tests. And I want you to come back and see me in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks, yes. I'm sorry to have all these symptoms.
Well, there's certainly a fair bit to get to the bottom of.
That's a bit of a pun, isn't it?
Could be.
Yeah.
But I'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Okay, thank you, Dr.
Very good.
Mackenzie.
Come in. Hello. Come in. Hi, have a seat. Excuse me. So... How are things?
Yeah, they're okay. They've been a bit bad recently, but
Bad in what way?
Just mood and stuff has been really low, and finding it hard to have motivation to do things, and also been binging quite a lot. But yeah.
Is there any reason why that you can think of?
I think it's probably because I wasn't on my pills. I don't know how long it was for, but I wasn't taking any for that period.
Did you just run out, or did you choose to stop?
I ran out and I couldn't afford it again.
Yeah, okay. And when you were on the fluoxetine, how were your symptoms then?
Sometimes there'd be like bad days anyway, but I think I certainly wouldn't get into anywhere near as black a mood. Like I get really, really bummed out sometimes. Just everything's all doom and gloomy.
It's very difficult when you're speaking to people about problems like this not to take some of it home with you. That's a very important aspect of general practice training, to ensure that doesn't become too much of an issue in our lives. Alan Bennett said that you had to maintain a scrupulous and vigilant humanity. And in my work, that's something that I always try and remember and try and work towards. And in terms of the binging at the moment, what's going on with that? How much are you doing?
Well, I think it's happening on most days of the week. Only about once or twice if it's a particularly bad day. But trying to get on top of that is a bit hard, though.
Yeah, it's very difficult. What about your menstrual cycle?
No word yet.
Really?
Yeah.
No, since when?
Since I think when I first came to you, like 2 years ago, yeah.
Understandable. What about laxative use or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm still using those. I know I shouldn't be, but
Right, and how often do you use those?
every day.
Do you? Okay. What's going on in life at the moment? You're still studying, is that right?
Yeah, just doing my dissertation, and then I'm still at work part-time as well.
Okay. And how are those things going?
Yeah, they're okay. Sometimes struggling to go into university a bit. Yeah, that was like 2 weeks where I just didn't go in, which is bad because I've only just started the year, but
Okay, and what do you do when you like that?
I stay in bed all day, and sometimes I self-harm a bit, but yeah.
Yeah. When you self-harm, is that cutting? Or, and any thoughts of trying to do more than that?
Thoughts, but I don't think I'd act on them.
So in terms of today, was it to restart your medication? Or?
I think that would be good.
Yeah, it sounds like it'd be a useful thing for you. Fine, I think we got a letter from the eating disorder service that said that you've been referred for an assessment for your suitability for something called dialectical behavioural therapy. So you're seeing there tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah. Can we have a chat in about 2 weeks' time?
Okay.
We'll have a chat about what it is they're offering and sort of what support you've got, and we can then decide to go from there. Okay.
Yeah. Now, when I last came in, I was pregnant, but unfortunately I had a miscarriage. No, that's okay. But I'm pregnant again, which is great. But obviously I'm really, really nervous. Every time I go to the toilet, I wipe and I'm scared I'm going to see blood. I'm just on tenterhooks all the time. And I was just wondering if I could book an early scan, if that's at all possible.
There's certainly not much point in having it done at 7 or before 7 weeks,
Yeah.
because it can sometimes be inconclusive,
Yeah.
surprisingly.
Yeah.
So you don't want any negative information. You want
Yeah.
to either know that things are fine or not fine.
Yeah. And do the risks of miscarriage decrease quite significantly after 8 weeks? when you're safe?
Statistically, probably a fifth of all pregnancies are lost as early miscarriages. So about 1 in 5.
Okay.
So having had one miscarriage is, I'm afraid, not uncommon. So cross fingers, not going to
Yeah.
happen again this time.
Yeah.
But even if it did, the advice would remain, well, okay, let's wait for a normal period and then you try again.
Again, yeah.
If this one happens the same as last time, well then, as I say, it's sad and upsetting,
Yeah.
but it's not the end of the road.
Yes. Yeah.
To try again is
If I had one miscarriage, is it more likely I'll have another one, or is it completely
completely independent.
lacked? Yeah, yeah, okay.
I've just found out that I'm pregnant, and I wanted to check in with the practice and
Okay, yeah.
go through whatever we need to go through.
Okay, is that good news?
Yeah, good news, good
okay.
news, good news.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. No, quite sudden. I hadn't come off the pill for very long, so I can't believe I'm pregnant this fast.
Okay. And was it something you were trying for?
Yeah. I came off the
Yeah.
pill deliberately, so yeah.
You taking folic acid?
No.
No.
Okay.
I'd suggest taking folic acid and vitamin D.
Okay. The other thing that I have on my mind is that I was training for a marathon,
Yeah.
and that's due on Sunday. I'm concerned of running a distance like that in such early pregnancy would have I don't know.
Okay. I think because the risk of dehydration and things is quite high anyway. I know you're not far on.
Yeah.
I just wonder to be on the safe side. I'd say no. Is that all right? Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I kind of was getting there myself, but it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
sorry about that. Though,
No, that's fine,
Because
that's
you'll
fine.
have worked very hard.
I did. I spent the last 6 months training. Look, this in itself is...
Are you desperate to do it?
I was. What's more important to you, your health, your baby's health, or running a marathon in the grand scheme of things? You're
In the grand scheme of
you'll
things,
get
you can
over the
always
marathon.
enter next time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.